Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday the entire opposition right now as we speak, led by Gachagua and Kalonzo Musyoka with Matiang'i, was in WAMUNYORO. It was an event that was organized by Gachagua, and he invited all these other leaders to come and join him. And all of them actually listened and accepted the invitation. In this place, speeches were made, dances were there, people had food, people did so many things. We had leaders from the governors all the way to the MCAs. On this video here today, I want to make you guys see the statements that were made from WAMUNYORO. But before I take you through, please, if this is the first time you're watching my videos, please make sure that you subscribe, like and comment, because that is the best support you can always give this channel. Let me give you 2 seconds to kindly subscribe. Thank you so much for subscribing. Let me dive into the topic today. Number 1, what is this major statement that was made from WAMUNYORO? Number 1, it is that the mountain is one. The mountain is one based on the representation in that meeting. What do I mean? The Kikuyu nation was represented, let me say, by even Gachagua. Though we did not have leaders from Muranga and many other parts of the entire Kikuyu nation, but I can say that Mount Kenya East and Mount Kenya West were both represented. We had leaders like Gachagua representing Mount Kenya West, and we also had people like Linturi, and of course Justin Muturi representing Mount Kenya East. That means the Embu and Meru both inside. So the entire Mount Kenya was there, as I can see. And if you note very well, at least every county was represented. If you can see Martha Karua from Kirinyaga, she was present. If you can see from Nyandara, we had Methu present. Gachagua from Nyeri himself. And of course from Muranga, there are also a few leaders who were there. That was a clear indication that the entire Mount Kenya is one. It is one. That also is an indication that William Ruto failed in dividing Mount Kenya into 2, Mount Kenya East and Mount Kenya West. And so far, I can state it here authoritatively that Kithure Kindiki is no longer effective within the mountain region. The opposition has been able to actually overwhelm Kithure Kindiki's influence within the mountain region. So therefore, William Ruto has to sit down and recalculate on how to face or maybe get into the mountain again. Number 2, the lesson that I learned from there is that Uhuru and Gachagua are now working together. I have to admit here that I never expected Uhuru and Gachagua to work together, more especially following what happened back in the campaigns of 2022. But according to the statement that I heard from Gachagua, it was very clear that is now the person defending Uhuru Kenyatta.
Lakini wacha nikuambie William Ruto, ukiendelea kutumia vijana kutukana Uhuru Kenyatta, next time utakuja Mulima, mimi nitatoa amri, hawa wananchi watakutukana wewe mwenyewe. Lazima sasa kuanzia leo nikinge na kumlinda ndugu yangu Uhuru Kenyatta. Mimi nataka nikuambie William Ruto, I want to tell you from the mountain. Yeah? Nataka nikuambie. I want to tell you William Ruto, hakuna vibaraka yako tena watatukana Rais Uhuru Kenyatta.
And that they're working together closely to ensure that they keep the mountain together and take William Ruto home. One thing I have to tell you is this. Uhuru Kenyatta has not come out openly to share his opinion about Gachagua. And actually, even now, I'm not 100% but that they are together. But the fact is, according to the indications that we are seeing, these people are working together. If they are not together so far and they have not talked, the fact remains that Gachagua is ensuring that him and Uhuru Kenyatta are together. What are some of these things that are showing that Gachagua and Uhuru Kenyatta were together? Number 1 is the defense language that was used there.
And I want to say, and I am not joking, and William Ruto, you know me, unanijua vizuri, I want to tell you, yes, mimi nikwambie, wewe ukituma hiyo vijana tena kutukana Uhuru Kenyatta, ukifika hapa Mlimani, hawa mama watakupigia nduru, wazee watakupigia nduru, na vijana watakufukuza hapa mlimani.
There's nobody who was defending Uhuru Kenyatta like Rigathi Gachagua. That kind of a statement from Rigathi Gachagua shows strongly that he does not want any nonsense directed towards Uhuru Kenyatta at all. And as he has said in that video, saying that, William Ruto, you know me. And personally, I can say that I know Rigathi Gachagua. Once he has committed to do something, he'll do it. And he'll do it ruthlessly. Something that even William Ruto himself is afraid of. Another thing that I can say here categorically, it is that the defense was still extended to none other than Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, who also insisted that Farouk should not talk ill of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta again.
Tumeona kijana mwingine anaitwa Farouk Kibet. We'll call out Farouk Kibet. We are calling you out. Tunataka ujaribu ulete huu mjadala kusema Uhuru Kenyatta atanyimwa haki yake ya kikatiba. Bring it on. Kwa hivyo wamjaribu kuleta kumshika Uhuru Kenyatta na kuleta dhuluma because he was the 4th president of the Republic of Kenya. Hakuwa president wa Kibet Farouk.
They are planning to bring a motion to bring down Uhuru Kenyatta, and Kalonzo Musyoka went ahead to warn Farouk Kibet himself. To warn Farouk Kibet. So therefore, the defense language was clear that Uhuru Kenyatta was with these people in spirit. Another thing, it's of course the Ruto men who are constantly attacking Uhuru Kenyatta. When they attack Uhuru Kenyatta, they know very well that Uhuru Kenyatta is behind the current organization that is going on within the opposition. And they are seriously doing it because of the figures that are being seen within the WAMUNYORO and of course within the opposition. They know what Uhuru is capable of. And they know that Uhuru Kenyatta has a big hand in what is happening in the opposition. So therefore, that is also a clear sign that Uhuru Kenyatta is working with Rigathi Gachagua. And they're together. Also, another thing that is showing that Uhuru Kenyatta and Gachagua are together, it is the fact that Matiang'i was present. We all know that Matiang'i is Uhuru Kenyatta's buddy. And that Matiang'i was even being fronted in 2022, but because of unavoidable circumstances, Matiang'i was left to step down, while Raila Amolo Odinga was the flag bearer. So we know very well that Uhuru Kenyatta trusted Matiang'i enough to allow him run as the deputy president, actually run the government as the deputy president since 2018 to 2022 in short. So that is a clear indication that Matiang'i's presence is a clear indication that Uhuru Kenyatta has spoken and that is with that team and the blessings are with him. Also now let me go to the third thing that was being made as a statement from WAMUNYORO. Kalonzo is likely to be the flag bearer and the leader of the opposition as we speak. If you can see, Rigathi Gachagua has a big say in what is happening within the opposition. And Rigathi Gachagua, as we speak today, he stated categorically that they might support Kalonzo Musyoka. Listen to this. That is a clear indication that Kalonzo Musyoka might be the flag bearer of the opposition. And that because of the influence of Rigathi Gachagua, especially because of the numbers, he might be the flag bearer. He might be the flag bearer based on the support they gave him when he was being impeached.
Na huyu Kalonzo Musyoka na watu yake waipa. Sisi kama jamii ya Mlima tuko na shukurani. Siku Kasongo ametupangia kutuhangaisha pale bunge na senate. Na akanunua ma MPs wetu wote shilingi 1,500 na senator milioni 10. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka na watu ya Wiper mulisimama na watu ya Mlima, tunataka kupiga makofi na kusema asanti, asanti, asanti. Na sisi your excellency ni watu ya shukrani. We remember good deeds. One of these days utakuja kujua sisi ni watu wangwana.
They stood against the impeachment, and actually Rigathi Gachagua keeps on talking about that. However, on this aspect I have to caution, not because I'm coming from Kisii, because I feel strongly that for people to vote for the alternative in this country, they must produce a candidate that the people are in support. So when this is going to happen in 2027 or 2026, late 2026, let them go with what the people are asking for. If the people want Kalonzo Musyoka, let that be the candidate. If the people want George Natembeya, let that be the candidate. If the people want Gachagua, let that be the candidate. If the people want Matiang'i, let him be the candidate for the opposition come 2026. Also, another thing that I was able to observe here is the statement of Dr. Fred Matiang'i.
Lazima tujitolee sisi wote. And if the sacrifices we are going to make, some of us, is to either defer ambitions or find a way of working with each other, it is worth it and we will do it so that we move our country forward.
Is he having plans to step down for someone else in 2026? When he said that some of us are ready to shelf our ambitions, to defer our ambitions for this country to get a better governance, that shows very well fast he has a thinking that they can talk and agree and some of the people in the group are going to step down. But the way I'm getting Matiang'i speaking, there's a likelihood that he might not be the flag bearer, but he'll be in the team. But however, that is just what I observed from what he said. And I think strongly that if Matiang'i does that, I don't know how it will be received by the people. But the fact is, as we speak right now, is among the most popular among the people of Kenya that they should be the flag bearer come 2027. Lastly, another thing I was able to observe from there, it is the fact that the youths were not represented. The people who were in the streets were not there in WAMUNYORO. Have not been given even a platform to speak. And if they really want to improve this country, they must recognize the efforts of the youth, not by speaking, not by word of mouth, through actions. I don't know what you think, but please in the comment section, let me see what you have to say about the WAMUNYORO statement.